So this is the first part of the ankles and knees series. This part of the class will focus on just warming up your body and beginning to pay attention to the sensations that you feel in your body. So you can take your mat and lay it lengthwise, and then we're going to just come to lie down on your mat. And you can just let your feet splay out where they land and let your palms face the ceiling. And close your eyes and begin to pay attention to your breathing. Don't try to fix or change anything about your breath, just observe it and notice everything you can about it. Notice where your body expands on the inhale. And where your body contracts on the exhale. Now begin to roll your head from side to side, bringing your left ear to the ground, your chin to the left shoulder, and then bring your right ear to the ground, your chin to the right shoulder. And then continue rolling your head back and forth, beginning to warm up the muscles of the neck. The next time your left ear comes to the ground, shrug your left shoulder down the back and down the mat and reach your fingers towards your left foot, creating more space between your left ear and your left shoulder. And then roll your right ear to the ground and do the same thing with your right shoulder. Shrug the shoulder down the back and down the mat, reaching the right fingertips towards the right foot. And each time you roll another ear to the ground, shrug that shoulder down the back. So you're just alternating, shrugging each shoulder, rolling your head from side to side, bringing awareness to the shoulders, warming up these muscles. And you can move your head as quickly or as slowly as feels good, as you want to. And pause. Bring your feet to the ground so that your knees are bent. Your hands are just facing the ceiling and your arms are relaxed. And let your knees drop to the left side and lay as close to the ground as they get. And then drop your knees to the right side. And just continue to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Warming up the hips. And you can do this windshield wiper movement as quickly or as slowly as you want to, as quickly or as slowly as feels good. The next time your knees fall to the right, let your left knee fall over to the left by itself. Leave the right knee where it is until effortlessly your body pulls the right knee over, and then let gravity just take it down to the left side. So now we're going to windshield wiper, but with our knees apart. So bring your right knee over to the right side, leaving the left knee where it is, and then as soon as your left knee begins to pull up, let gravity and let your body just effortlessly pull it over to the right. So now we're windshield wiping, but with sort of one knee leading the way and the next knee coming over when it has to. Getting more into the inner thighs. And then the next time your knees fall to the left, let them rest there. Curl over onto your left side. And then press your hands into the ground, leaving your shoulders and your neck relaxed. Use your arms to push you up to a seated position. And then your knees should still be in the position that you sat up in. So it's sort of like a pinwheel. Your left foot is sort of standing on top of your right thigh. Your right leg is bent and your right foot is behind you. So it should just be be like this in a pinwheel position. And then you can rest on your hands behind you and begin to tap your right knee up and down. So this will bring more awareness and more flexibility to the right hip joint. And then tap the right knee forward in space on the ground. Tap it backwards towards your hip bone. And then just tap the right knee in a circle, around and around. Draw a circle by tapping on the ground. And then reverse the direction of the circle. And then just give it a few more good taps. Tap as hard as you can. Tap as lightly as you can. And then lean back on your hands, bring your feet to the ground, and then just windshield wiper your feet in a seated position for a few rounds. And then let your knees fall to the right side and set yourself up in a pinwheel position. So the right foot is on top of the left thigh, the left leg is bent, and the left foot is behind you. And then you can rest back on your hands and begin to tap the left knee up and down on the ground. And then tap the knee forward. You might have to lift your left hip off the ground to get that knee to move forward. Tap the knee backwards towards your hip bone. And then tap the knee in a circle. And then reverse the direction of the circle. And this might feel slightly uncomfortable, but that means that you're really moving around muscles that don't normally get stretched. So if it feels slightly uncomfortable, then that's a good sign, and you should just continue doing what you're doing. And then tap that knee a few times really hard on the ground, and then tap as softly as you can. Don't make any noise